Oh, yeah, he's right.
All right, you guys are good.
Go open the lights in the town
Okay.
hall there so people-
Yeah, go ahead.
Welcome back. Again, this is the May 7th, 2025 Selectmen Meeting. We're going on to the rest of the agenda. The next order is approval of prior meeting minutes for April 30th, 2025.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's 5. Discussions held between 4 and 7. At 5 o'clock, we had some gentlemen come in from Brookfield discussing the dam. We're going to be having some more meetings with them in the next month or two. They're still doing studies, and they just come in to update us that they wanted us to, what was it, they set up a,
Can I take a meeting? Can I say something? Can I say something?
yeah.
So, I just wanted to, basically, the gist of the meeting was they brought this gentleman named Bruce, who's gonna be kind of like a liaison between the town of Hollis, the town of Buxton, and Brookfield. As we go through the process of decommissioning the dam, they're gonna be the people that they're talking to, and basically, we're gonna set up a 5-member group. The town of Buxton, 5 members in Hollis, ballparkish. These 10 people are gonna gather with this gentleman named Bruce and bring forward the information that this, this decommissioning is bringing forward. And so, we're looking for members within our community that wanna serve. It's just a short period. We're really looking for people, especially that would live on the river. You would have more knowledge about what's going on and what you see for potential issues as this gets decommissioned. And so we have 1 member right now, and we would like to get a few more to add to that group. Hollis will be getting their own members. And so they're going to be they had a study that was done, the drawdown, and that study, the result of that study is coming out in June. At some point. He didn't give us a specific date, but June is the time frame. So we're looking to get this group set up for June. Once this the study comes out, and then these people will be spearheading questions and answers and things of that nature moving forward. And so we are looking for members, especially if you live along the river. If you don't, if you want to serve, we'd like to hear from you anyway. But we are looking for people that do live on the river that have knowledge of what's going on. Or if you don't live on the river but have extreme knowledge, we would accept that as well.
Okay, then at 5:30, Hunter Cox came in. We talked about some bid proposals that we put out for paving and crack sealing. We have we're looking for applications for a couple postings in the town. At 6 o'clock, the CEO, Patty McKenna, came in. She had a question about a resident and what they were doing on their land, and she's gonna be talking to the lawyer about it. At 6:30, Treasurer Bill Hall came in. We just did some more talking about the new position that we're looking to fill and what some of the job titles might be for that. Projects and issues, Chad.
This week, I had a discussion with the fire chief. There was another structure fire this week, and the fire department did a wonderful job of handling that to save the house as best they could. That's really about it.
Mark.
Along with Chad, I did have a conversation with our fire chief. I wanted to speak to Tom, and I didn't get a chance. Just to kind of see where we're at with, the discussion on a public safety building. I know that you guys are going to have another meeting here at some point, but just to see, the ideas floating around, to see where that's going. Did have a conversation with our Public Works Director too, Kevin, see how things are going down at Public Works, and things are going well down there. So pretty much been my week.
Frank.
Yeah, not a real lot for me this week. I was in and went over the last few resumes that we had, and the next couple of days, we're going to start interviews for the accounts payable position and our assistant. That's it for me.
Tom?
I don't have much for this week. Anything, actually. I have nothing. I got nothing.
You're up, David.
Over the weekend, the other trustee at Pleasant Point, Donna, and I, we put some new picnic tables down there, got them all set up. We're going to be having a cleanup weekend, either this weekend or next weekend. We're not sure now because of the rain, so we don't know. Old business, we have a couple surplus trucks that we're going to be putting out for bid, an old plow truck and an old utility truck. And Saco River Corridor approved our application for some work down to Pleasant Point. Any new business? Executive orders. Executive order 24250441, an order approving the warrant and notice of election calling Maine School Admission District Number 6 elections.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's 5. Executive order 24250442, an order approving the warrant and notice of election calling Maine School Administration District Number 6 ballot validation referendum.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's 5. Any executive orders by initiative? Accounts payable and payroll warrant. Executive order 24250443, an order approving expenditures as documented in payroll warrant 89.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's 5, and that amount is $100,442.28. Executive order 24250444, an order approving expenditures as documented in accounts payable 90.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? That's 5, and that amount is $146,400.72. Next meeting of the boards. The next selectmen meeting will be Wednesday, May 14th, 2025 at 7 p.m. The next planning board meeting will be held Monday, May 12th, 2025 at 7 p.m. Any other business? Public questions and comments?
Dave Harmon, Buxton. Just out of curiosity, the lights out here, those have not been brought up under old business. Are they fixed?
I do not know. Kurt said that the guy was with the boom truck was supposed to be coming to fix them, and he never called me. He said they were fixed, and I haven't seen.
Okay, last week when I left here, they were flashing again.
I think Emery Electricals are supposed to be fixing them, and a month ago now, they were still waiting for parts. So I am.
Yeah, I thought you said that the parts were in and they were.
Yeah, I guess the parts for the Public Works were in, because there were 2 lights on the building on Public Works that were out, and they fixed those, but they haven't, if they're still not working, then they must not have the parts.
Okay, and I just thought of something before I come up here and get the lights. As far as people coming to voting secret ballot versus coming to vote on the floor, I don't think it's people hiding behind secret ballot. It's people don't want to come here and sit here for 4, 5, 6 hours for an article that's going to be later on in the day. And that, it happens every year. You don't, like Heath said tonight, you get 1 or 2 people here during the selectmen's meeting every week But there's all kinds of chatter. I'm not on Facebook, but I hear all kinds of people say, you know, that they're going on about this and going on about that, and they're not happy with this and not happy with that. Come on down here and say something, you know? That's hiding behind something as far as I'm concerned. It's not coming right up here and speaking their piece.
And to that note, David, unless it's a presidential election, we get a fraction of the community for secret ballot.
You get a fraction of the community, but how many do you get? You get probably 600 or
300,
700
600,
people,
300 to 600
rather
usually.
than 40 on the floor.
600 on a gubernatorial election, 1,000 on a presidential election, less on a non-political election.
It's still, percentage-wise, it's
It
a lot
is.
better than it is on the floor.
It's better. I wouldn't say it's a lot better,
Well,
but it is better.
It is better, no
Still
question
pretty
about
bad
it.
considering with 8,000 and change in town.
Oh, the other thing was the town website. Is anything being done with that?
Hunter?
Hunter? Hunter?
Town website, what's going on?
Website? You have a specific thing you want to know about the website?
David asked how it was coming, because it still doesn't seem correct.
Is there a specific thing that you're seeing that is not? Because I mean, we were getting quite a few complaints, but we worked out a lot of those bugs and we're posting things now the way they're supposed to, and I haven't heard from anybody. So if you've got a specific thing that.
Well, it used to be you could go on in the agenda or meetings or whatever, and you could get the list of meetings. Now you go on the list of meetings, and I don't think this one was on there for tonight. You had to go to a totally different area to try to find it. That's one of them. And I mentioned, I went on there to look to see 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I don't know, it may have been corrected now. I haven't been back on there to look at this, but the budget committee, to see whose terms were coming up. And there was only one person that had a valid date on there. All the rest of them were wrong. Either that wrong or they run out, one of the two. That's just a couple of the things that I found.
So this meeting was posted on the news feed, and it has been on the agenda for the last 3 weeks. And you've talked about it up there, and we posted it throughout the town at multiple places. So there was plenty of notice given of this meeting, which is why I think we had such a good turnout. As far as the budget committee stuff, that was back when we were transitioning the website, so I'm not surprised that there'd be some errors with that. But we've worked out most of that stuff now. So it's a different function. We're just gonna have to get used to the way that the new website works. And in a year, we may decide to get a new website and we'll go through it all over again. But right now, I think we've got it, probably 80%, 90%, so.
Anybody else? Seeing none, I will call for an adjournment at 8 o'clock.
So moved.
All those in favor? That's 5. Have a safe week, and we'll talk to you next time.